What's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to shoot and edit this really cool day to night video transition. My name is Christopher Helke and I'm a videographer and licensed drone pilot based in Los Angeles. And I've gotten a lot of questions about this day to night transition that I use primarily on my real estate listing videos. So I thought I'd take you guys behind the scenes and show you guys exactly how I do it. But before I do that, this video is sponsored by my digital resource, the Real Estate Videography Guide. And this guide walks you through the steps to start and run a real estate video business, from how to get clients, what to charge, what gear you need, and so much more. So if something like this interests you, it is available to purchase on my website in the link below. So this effect is actually a very simple concept. Basically all it is I take a shot during the day and then I create the same shot at night and then I mesh them together with the cross dissolve. And now this is a little easier said than done. So here's exactly how I do it. So the first step is to make sure I can get a really cool shot. And what I do is I shoot a lot of my footage on this gimbal. So for this, the day to night shot, I always do almost always do a straight push in, because that's the easiest to match. If I'm trying to do any like crazy like circles or anything, that's gonna be extremely hard to match again. So I like to have the simplest possible shot, which is just a straight line for me. So to match up both shots perfectly, the day and night shot, you gotta take a few things into account. So the first thing is you wanna make sure your camera's the same height off the ground in both shots. You wanna make sure you're moving at the same speed in both shots. And both these things are pretty easy for me, because when I'm holding the gimbal, I'm normally holding it at kind of the same height, and I'm normally kind of walking about the same speed. So those are pretty simple for me. The next part is a little bit tricky. So you gotta make sure you go in the same straight line. So to do this, I pick 2 points. So I pick 1 point on the ground, where I start from, and then I draw an imaginary line to a second point, which is usually the window on the house, because that's kind of an easy marker. And I do a crosshairs on my camera so I can keep that point on the house in the center of the frame. So basically, I start from 1 point and I kind of just go forward, keeping that window in the center of the frame. So once you do your camera move in the day, you copy exactly and do it at night, it's time to bring it inside your editor. So let's go. Okay, so we're in Premiere Pro and I just loaded in the footage, but you can use basically any editor you want. It doesn't matter which one you use. And it's also important to note that when you shoot this footage, I would shoot several different takes just so you have different options, just in case one of the shots doesn't line up perfectly, you can always try a different shot. So the first thing I like to do is just look at the footage, kind of see where we're working with. And we got 2 shots that are matched actually pretty well. They look pretty good. So what I like to do is I go in to scale and I just increase it. What's going on there? Okay, we increase the scale just a little bit. I do this because both these shots aren't going to be perfect, so now I have a little extra room to move them around and match them up. So I increase the scale on this one, let's increase the scale on this one too. Next, I go and figure out the starting point. So I think for this one I want to start kind of close to the tree. Let's start like right about there, and let's go for a few seconds. So 1, 2, 3. So I think that'd be a good point to transition to. So let's cut that there. Or nope, let's cut this here, cut that off, and then boom, boom. Actually, let's go back a little farther. Let's go from like here. So starting there, 1, 2, 3, and right about here, we're gonna transition. So here's the fun part. So we're gonna go into Tools, and we're gonna do Show Rulers. And then let's just make this full screen. And now I can, if I click on the side of the screen, I can drag out these handy little rulers. So this is how I'm going to match the shots perfectly. So first off, let's find that point that the center point that we followed on the house. So that this point was this bottom window. So let's just bring this down. Boom. Now there's a little crosshair in the bottom window. And then let's just match up the foreground too. So I'm going to drag this out, and this is the point on the tree that I'm going to match. So with these 2 points in place, it's actually extremely easy to match. So let's now go to the nighttime clip and let's just drag it until, okay. So this is, see how now this is why we zoomed in, because this is not gonna match perfectly. So let's just make this a little bigger, and let's move this right here, move this down a little bit. Maybe we'll bring the scale out a little bit like this. And that should be, let's go out, actually no, let's go in a little bit. Let's go 56. So I think this shot should actually line up pretty perfectly like this. So now let's just cut this off and let's see how it looks. And let's go in here. Let's just do a quick little cross dissolve. Boom. Let's take out this cross dissolve. And we don't need that. And let's see how it looks. That's actually pretty good. And what you can also do is you can go in here, and then if you put the cursor right in the middle of the cross dissolve and then like click on one of the clips, you can then go and just kind of adjust them while seeing both of them. So I always like to, see how they both don't match up perfectly? I always like to favor the windows because those are going to be that's going to be way more noticeable than a dark tree. So let's kind of go here, and it's looking like everything's matching up really well. This actually, I think we need to go down a tiny bit. There we go. And then let's just let's clear these points off. Clear guides. Let's go full screen. And let's watch our work back. Not bad. So that's pretty cool. So we got nighttime, daytime, nighttime, or daytime. No, we got daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime. Okay, I'm super excited about this. Okay, so that is how you do an epic day to night transition. And you can use this transition for so many different purposes. I use it for my real estate videos, but you could use this for a commercial, a documentary, even a narrative feature. Like, it'd be really cool to go from, if you're transitioning a character from a day to night, this would be a really cool way of showing that visually. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do your own day to night transition, definitely send me a direct message on Instagram, as I would love to see a link of what you guys do. That being said, have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.